honestly, every single time I hear about him, it's all bad. I've never heard a single instance the last probably 3 or 4 years of anything positive related to this man. And I'm talking about Hasan Abi, the most pathetic streamer just destroyed by the internet. Everyone hates me. Oh no, they hate me. Oh god, let's take a look at this video. But before we do that, make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, and yeah, come by my Twitch on twitch.tv/channel. Let's check it out.
Okay, massive update to the whole H3H3 versus Hasan group situation. So first off, Hasan's moderator Frogan has just been exposed again for making fun of someone else's appearance after playing victim that people call her horizontally gifted.
Ooh.
Hasan is finally debated H3H3 and he got absolutely destroyed. There's like 50 clips of him getting caught lying. It's just embarrassing.
How beautiful.
Basically got exposed as a complete fraud, hypocrite, and absolute extremist. Even his own—
That's the beauty of live streaming, by the way. Because whenever you get caught in a lie, when you're going up there, you can't just edit out your lie. Whatever you're thinking and what you want to say is right out there. Whenever you say it, it's out there, and everybody has the potential to either clip it or generally they consume the information that you've tried to proceed with. So you cannot fuck around. There's no YouTube magic over here. You live over there and you want to be a dumbass live? You got it. You got it, baby.
Followers are in shock that their idol is a complete moron. Then we look at a bunch of reactions to the debate from Asmongold, XUC, Destiny, and the general public. So let's check this out one by one, starting with Frogan. H3 subreddit found an older clip of Frogan trashing another streamer's appearance, Stardust. It's ironic because Hasan and company always emphasize how she's the biggest victim due to people attacking her appearance.
Was a hating ass with ugly eyebrows and no lips coming after you. That's what you have to remember. You look at your haters and it's an ugly ass with no fucking eyebrows or no lips coming after you, and you're like, okay, like, I'm sorry you're projecting.
Man, pot of greed. Yeah, man, pot of greed just added again.
Sorry you're projecting. Oh.
Ooh, I mean, she's definitely right about the projection part, but I don't really see how she gets to play victim here. Like, oh, people are making fun of me. Meanwhile, you sit here and make fun of someone else's appearance. It's just a bit hypocritical, in my opinion. Anyways, we also got a quick update on Tectone, the streamer who got banned on Twitch for calling
he just called her fat and got banned.
Frogan calorically enhanced. Tectone says he heard from a trustworthy source that he's about to be permanently banned from Twitch.
I heard about this. I'm just gonna say right now, you have on this platform people that support terrorists, glorify grape, and also allow all of these horrible actions that have been done by these Houthi terrorists and say they're all good and blah, blah, blah. And you're allowing them to speak, but the gotcha bald man that are calling another streamer fat is going to be permanently banned? You understand that eventually what this will, like, fine, it's Twitch is corrupt within. You understand that eventually once this implodes enough, this will make every advertiser leave the platform because people will revolt, people will inform advertisers about this. And once actually Amazon, the higher up at Amazon, figure out what's going on and how this company's been handled, all of their management and higher up and moderation team will be completely wiped out. And you will have on your portfolio, if you're working on Twitch now, you will have it on your portfolio, the reasoning, like, you got wiped out from Twitch because of this, because you supported terrorism. You allowed terrorist actions on the platform, terrorist propaganda be on the platform. And this is why you have been removed and fired from your job. Do you understand how that looks so bad next time you're going to apply to a job? Because all of this information is out there. All of this information is going to be out there. So if you're there sitting trying to get this gotcha gamer baldy out of this platform, and you sit there and support these individuals that are actually doing something that is extremely disgusting, it's super disgusting to even see this. And I don't understand how fucking cooked you have to be to really sit there and be like, this is absolutely fine, and not move along with it and try to remove it from the platform. Talk about, like, honestly, in my opinion, this is what I think. Frogan being a bitch, whatever. I think she should be on the platform, and I think Baldia should be on the platform. I think you should be able to talk more on Twitch, but the reality is that what I think is not what advertisers thinks, and it's not going to be good for the platform itself. Once this platform gets an complete slap on on his back for everything it's done, this platform is done, because most type of freedom is over, most type of advertisement is nearly gone, and everybody's going to move on to a different platform. That's going to be the deletion of Twitch. And I don't think Amazon will be able to recover from like that kind of exodus that will happen once this this pursues. And this shit has been they've had a lot of openings to defend this and fix this, but they're not. And I've said this for, I think whenever Asmongold got banned, I said that they gotta like wipe out 90% of the people working at Twitch. And they really do. They really have to fire everybody and replace them with new staff, because this thing is ruining the livelihood of all of the other people on the platform. Why are there like 15 streamers on the platform with thousands of streamers? Why does everybody else have to deal with the consequences of 15 individual streamers? Just fucking fix it. Tell them they can't pop off or they're permanently banned.
I've been told by an insider that I will be permanently banned from Twitch within the month. And
this is crazy. This guy is the only reasonable and not cringe and annoying gacha streamer on this entire platform, and you're planning to permanently ban the only gacha streamer in this out of like 100 categories that is actually able to have a consistent audience and being able to get more growth to the platform on the gacha space. Why would you ban this man? Are you crazy?
we do, I'll be streaming on YouTube every day. Not worried about it, man. Not worried about it. So I've officially started counting down. I've been told 31 days and I'll be permanently banned. We will see.
Perma-banning Tectone when people like Hasan, Denims, and Frogan are on your website.
By the way, this girl here sent a bounty on one of my friends. And guess what? She did not get banned. And the funniest thing about it, my friend got a call from the FBI to ask if he want to pursue charges, because he is good and he doesn't care. He didn't go pursue it. He thought I think he just thought she was a moron. And can you believe that? A streamer can sit there. First of all, she makes pornography. She has an OnlyFans. And second of all, she goes live and threatens people with their life. Now, why in the hell would Twitch keep this individual? Because when I mention pornography, it's not like I don't give a shit if people do porn. But the point B is that having like a softcore porn actress or porn actress on the platform that is constantly telling people awful things, coming with terrorist propaganda and sending bounties on people like live in front of thousands of audiences, saying that if you kill this man, you're getting like $30,000. Like, hello? Keeping her, what is, there's no good here.
Right? Literal extremist terrorist supporters spouting vile
Is
stuff
Luffy.
every day. It's just insane levels of hypocrisy. But anyways, let's move on to the main event, H3H3 versus Hasan debate. And I wanted to start off with this clip of Hasan accidentally admitting that he supports terrorists. Hasan tries calling out Ethan for being sponsored by Shopify, only to realize he's also sponsored by Shopify.
Classic.
So I want to say, first of all, thank you to Shopify for sponsoring us. I also want to thank
Shopify sponsoring terrorism by way of, well, I guess they sponsor my podcast too, to be fair. So that's not surprising.
Hasan, your stream
That is
live.
amazing.
I don't think you were supposed to admit that you actually support terrorists, but I mean, if your audience was cool with it, I guess sure. Did Hasan just admit to promoting terrorism? Yes, actually.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to the debate. Starting
That's the
with
beauty of live streaming. You get caught, you get caught.
H2H3 confronting Hasan about iDubbbz's content cop and how he left
Hasan comparing Luffy to Anne Frank. I was gone. I was celebrating my brother's birthday. I was like not in town. I was like in a different I was in a different city. But I looked a little bit and I didn't know that it was happening today. And then I saw people were saying it's crazy. And then I opened up the stream and I watched like for 10 minutes. And I heard him compare the Houthi terrorists to Anne Frank. To Anne Frank. Comparing a terrorist to Anne Frank. I thought to myself, oh my God, this really is a waste of time. And I closed the stream and went to bed. It's like, what the fuck is this? What an absolute dog shit. Apparently went on for 4 or 5 hours too. Like, I don't know why the hell anybody would watch that or listen to it. Like, that is nuts.
Got the most important context about people calling CPS on Ethan's kids.
You're misrepresenting what I asked you. I didn't ask you, do you think it's okay that people called CPS? I asked that the video that you participated in, which was a total hit job that used 90% of its clip from an episode of the podcast called CPS Got Called on Me and didn't even include the title of the podcast. Now, do you think that's fair?
I think you should take this up with iDubbbz instead of me.
Okay, sure. Ask me a question.
Editorial. Yeah, I didn't make any of the editorial decisions in iDubbbz's content cop.
Okay, so Hasan
that could be
says
true.
that, oh, it's iDubbbz's fault, not mine. Even though we all know you guys were sitting in a room together.
This thing reminded me that I can actually cringe again. I thought I was immune to cringe. And I'm not saying this, haha, he's saying cringe. No, I genuinely felt pain watching this part. Like, this was really weird. It made me feel a way I haven't felt in a long time. Because I thought I was immune to the feeling of cringe. Because like everything everybody says is cringe, you can call it out, but you're not really feeling that fucking disgust and like that weird feeling on the inside. But this shit, I could not bear watching this for more than 5 seconds.
Jerking each other off, making this content cop together. Hasan, you were literally gargling on his balls, all right? Saying,
nice.
Ian, please include this in the content cop. Now, if you notice, this is a common Hasan tactic. Hey guys, it's actually all my friends who I completely support and endorse who did all this horrible stuff. Not me, guys. Then Ethan asked him about the swastika in the content cop picture.
I didn't not even know this. I didn't watch the thing, so I didn't know this was the case. He has like 15 or 16 different katanas or something. I think he has a lot of katanas as far as I know. But they decided to hold the one that looks like a swastika and hold it sideways so it looks like a swastika for this as well. That is amazing. Wow. Man. Wow.
And Hasan basically says, well, iDubbbz's fault again. Hasan tries to get Ethan on drawing a swastika 9 years ago in a PewDiePie video. Ethan retorts back, are you going to tell black people to not use the N-word?
You have that much of an issue with swastikas considering you drew one on PewDiePie.
I'm a Jewish man, you fucking moron.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Is anyone in that room Jewish?
What's anyone in that room?
Did I?
Wait, what?
Oh, drew one on PewDiePie.
I'm a Jewish man, you fucking moron.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Is anyone in that room Jewish?
What's
anyone in that room? Did I draw swastika one time on?
Do you understand why I stopped watching after I heard the Anne Frank part? This is crazy. So his argument, the fact that the Nazis killed more than Jews, I mean, it's clear. It's really clear what their target was, like, fully. All right? It's really clear what the indication of the swastika is. Everybody hates the swastika. Nobody is going to go crazy about drawing a swastika. And nobody would ever be crazy if a Jew made a joke about a swastika. I think that in every regard, just using a swastika in any sort of way is distasteful. Always. Like, there's no reason to ever do it. But I guess this was like that he drew it on PewDiePie was like some old nonsense. I don't know.
Do you think that Jews have an exclusivity agreement with like being offended or not offended by Nazi imagery?
Yeah? I mean, I could be offended because the Germans occupied my country during the time, but I wasn't alive back then, so I'm not going to give a fuck. That was my great parents like issue, not mine. Like that's the thing. I mean, I'm not gonna be offended, but in the end of the day, it's clear that the Germans targeted mainly the Jews. So obviously, yes, of course they would be the one being offended.
By the way, as a
Thank you for
Jewish man, are you going to
clarifying.
tell
My
black
bad.
people not to use the N-word?
I see the comparison and I get it.
Do you think this is an apt comparison?
Yeah.
I think actually it's even better for. Actually, I think it's perfectly fine. Chat, what do y'all think? Do you feel like that's a good, exactly the same comparison? Because I feel like in both of the time, these both things are very distasteful. There's no reason for this at all. Have you seen the Mal Brook movie, The Producers? This is a great example of analysis. I think I've seen it, but it's so long ago, I don't remember shit.
Yes.
Yeah, Hasan the type of guy to just laugh when you make any good point, and he does this like repeatedly throughout the video. Whenever
fair
he knows
comparison,
he's
yeah.
just completely lost a point, he just lets out a laugh or a sigh or something like that.
They're both tools to degrade the individuals and the people. The N-word toward people with black skin or people from Africa, and the swastika toward is a massive tool that was used to murder and degrade Jews. I think that both of them, yeah, the point serves in both regards, yeah.
He just takes like this really long pause. And honestly, this is a very fair comparison. Hasan himself called the sword a swastika sword. So it's not like he didn't know. He specifically put it there to dog whistle and to piss off Ethan. Now Ethan talks about the racist tier list that Frogan and friends made on Twitch, ranking people from Arab to Jew.
Wow.
Ask me after this. You defended Frogan's use of the Sabra tier list. What was your opinion on that?
I think that the Sabra hummus tier list is absolutely insane to consider anti-Semitic.
Let me ask you this, Hasan. Here's Frogan's thumbnail for the Sabra hummus tier list. In the F tier is me and Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is not in the tier list. He has never explored or used. Why do you think Ben Shapiro is on the F tier?
Ethan,
Whoa, answer the
walk you through this
question.
again.
What you're dodging?
I'm not iDubbbz.
And obviously Ben Shapiro is at the bottom is because he's Jewish, and this is a straight up race tier list. And I'm just saying, if you swap the races, it is completely insane. Like imagine it was white people at the top and black people at the bottom. Like,
You know what would happen then? And like it's like the difference is just that for them that it's like a different case. Like it's the same kind of battle nearly here. It seems like, and it's just this is weird. It's disgusting. I think everybody gets what they're trying to say and what they're trying to do. And again, and this is the problem is that I have some viewers that watch everything on watch a lot around Twitch, and some people that just watch VTubers and chill out and just vibe. And I bet like for the people that just chill out and vibe and watch VTubers and you see this, I wonder what you think. To think that this is posted on this platform, like these kind of things are here on this platform. Like it doesn't even make sense. It's like a completely different world here.
dude, this would be the most racist thing ever.
It's
But
crazy.
Apparently, in Hasan's line of extreme politics, it's okay to be straight up racist, right? Now, Ethan proceeds
I don't
to
see how he
continue-
gets away with it because the people at Twitch have same political view as him, and they think it's morally right to be have this view. Like they do. They really do. And that's the problem.
You dunking on Hasan, catching him in multiple lies.
He worked with the ADL to make Zionists a protected class on Twitch. Now that is an outright lie.
I don't think it's an outright lie.
I worked with the
you took
ADL.
credit over it, didn't you?
Sorry. I worked with the ADL. What does that mean?
Yeah, as in like worked alongside. I don't think you're in the ADL.
Oh, that's what you meant when you said I worked with the ADL. I worked beside them, just incidentally together. You didn't mean that I worked with them privately to get people banned. Of course not. Kligo, you choose your words very carefully, Hasan.
Not always. I'm famously.
Okay, we're walking that back. Sometimes I speak out the side of my mouth when I say you work with the ADL.
So.
Here you are again repeating the lie with Steiny on video.
Partnering with like the ADL and.
Partnering with the ADL. You want to unpack that one there, buddy? I have never spoken to the ADL, so what does that mean?
I'm not saying you directed the ADL
Do you know
to take
how
action.
silly you
Well, actually, you know
look?
what? I am kind of saying that. I am implying that you directed the ADL to take action.
Well, that's
you are
that's a
you are
defamatory
prominent
claim that has
content
zero
creator.
proof.
Yeah, so Hasan is basically like, yeah, I lied. What are you gonna do about it? I'm just gonna continue lying. Like, what a disgusting person. You just straight up made up a fact and continue lying about it. He never worked with the ADL. That's just crazy that you can say that and get away with it with no consequences. Now Ethan confronts Hasan on his Destiny obsession.
So do you want to tell me what is your evidence that I work with or talk to or have any association with at all with Destiny?
What? Destiny? What?
What? What? The guy that I talk about fucking obsessively 100 times a day? That is like basically like the Antichrist? The Lord?
Hasan apparently has like 3 people he talks about every day. Asmongold, Destiny, and H3. Like that is his content and random articles and videos. What a cycle.
Walmart, my community? Yeah, you accuse me of working
the 4
with him,
horsemen of Twitch.
knowing him, talking to him. What is your evidence for that?
Oh,
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, you're very
Not
welcome.
only is there video
Holy
footage of you
Trinity.
corresponding with someone in your Discord that literally aligns perfectly with Destiny's own Discord, offering clips for you to pull.
That sounds like a stretch.
You've also used used clips that are unlisted called Hamasabi
Yeah.
when making arguments about my virulent anti-Semitism.
Who gives
From
He used to talk about XQC a lot. I think they used to have some drama or something. They were friends, and I don't know. I think somebody did something bad. I don't know who. I don't know. Really know the drama there. I don't care. If he doesn't do it, he is totally irrelevant. Yeah, probably.
I pulled a clip.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of guys and girls that find Hasan very attractive. So I think that he's definitely selling a lot of sex like kind of views on TikTok, and I've gone by I've seen his TikTok. It came by my homepage once. He's definitely doing that kind of. We saw that with the photo earlier. There's a lot of people that like him because of he's a conventionally very attractive man. I'm not going to disagree with that. Like he is well groomed and he's built well, so he's looking great. There's a lot of people that likes him also because he looks good. Pretty much
came from a Destiny fan account.
So that's your proof that I work with Destiny.
Right, so once again, Hasan just makes up a lie because he feels like it. Basically, he wants to taint Ethan's reputation here by associating him with Destiny, because obviously Hasan's community really hates Destiny.
What a nice face spits out. Yeah, I agree 100%. That's why I can barely listen to the man for 2 minutes without fucking going crazy.
So they won't listen to a word he says if they think that they're connected in any way. So Hasan just makes up this lie and gets away with it, refuses to correct the record even when confronted. I mean, this is so ridiculous. It's like you can say and do anything as long as you have a bunch of mentally ill followers. Then Ethan calls out Hasan's gaslighting.
Mentally ill, W.
Your criticisms are in your own mind. Like you have hallucinated an alternative
By the way, gaslighting,
reality.
anti-Semitic trope, this is what dog whistles are. You whistle to other people and it's subtle enough that you have plausible deniability so that when you get accused of being anti-Semitic, you can call the accuser crazy, which is exactly what you're doing. You are a anti-Semite, and you've been caught out 3 different times calling me crazy for very viable examples of anti-Semitism that you should at least be able to admit are at least not insane. Maybe a misunderstanding, but not insane. But no, according to you, they're all hallucinations. So go ahead and tell me why you're not dog whistling.
Yes, because people having an issue with your statements.
Oh my god, dude, the way he talks, what a condescending douchebag.
Yeah.
And Ethan completely nailed it here. Hasan just uses other people to achieve his goals and then pretends that he has nothing to do with it, right?
I feel like I don't really watch him a lot and I don't really know much about him, but what I've been consuming a little bit here and there, and a lot of it has just, now I'm watching a video about him, so this is my fault. But before, there was a lot of things were kind of forced upon me without me even deciding to like watch it. I thought that now at the moment there's such a big issue on Twitch that I'll talk about it. Why not? But I feel like he's very condescending, and the way he speaks, he's a very big liar in many ways. He lies about history. He lies about subtle facts that's not hard to find out about. And he lies about scenarios that have happened in the past. He seemed like he's a manipulative in many regards, in many degrees. So I get very exhausted listening to him because I feel like I'm listening to something that's just throwing trash at me. And the worst part is, again, he is a very probably I wonder what if he went a different route where he was not like supporting terrorism and he was not being a piece of shit like this. I wonder like what kind of streamer he would be. Because again, I bet he could be probably very entertaining. He's a very attractive guy, and again, he has a lot of finances. He has a wealthy family. He's doing pretty well for himself. I bet he could probably do really good content that was outside of this norm. But it's for me, I feel like every time I see him, I feel like I'm wasting my time, and this is a very big importance for me. And I know this is not a big importance for a lot of people, and maybe it's an important for you, or maybe it doesn't matter for you. But I feel like whenever I'm watching something, if I'm just hearing constant bullshit, I have like my limit, and I'll be bored of it, and I'll dip out, and I'm out of it. I don't want to listen to this anymore. This is just annoying me at this point. I feel like I'm wasting my time. And I feel like that thing is the way I'm feeling with quite a lot of streamers, and definitely with Hasan. I just can't listen to him because I feel like there's no value to be gained there. There's no entertainment, and there's nothing really of information to be gained there.
Like, oh, the people called CPS on Ethan's kids. I completely disavow that, guys. But also, I support the people who did that. And I support Denims. And I support Bad Empanada, who openly contributed to that call and openly harass Ethan. Now we get to a very disgusting part. I probably can't even show most of this, but Hasan spends like 20 straight minutes denying women's trauma and saying that SA didn't even happen. I've never seen someone this desperately defend terrorists R-wording women. Like, it's just crazy how unhinged this guy is.
What do you mean?
I know exactly what he was planning to do.
You literally
and yet I couldn't do anything to prevent
Wait, pause it for a second.
No, listen to what she has to say, Hasan.
Hasan,
don't silence her. Let her talk.
Was it even allowed?
No, because you're acting like this never happened.
What am I supposed to do in the situation when there are no victims that have come forward?
4 victims just gave first-hand testimony. I read it to you.
Died, but there's no forensic examination.
Pixar didn't
There has
happen.
been no justice for
What do you think the odds are that people are getting massacred by Hamas
on October 7?
What do you think
due
the
to the
probability
fact that
is?
the government completely
image.
By the way, Hasan is asking for pics or it didn't happen in a literal war. Hasan, believe it or not, you can't actually go to court in the middle of a war and arrest the people who are essaying women. Like, pause, guys, pause the war for a second. Stop bombing, guys. Stop for a second. We need to get video evidence of essay for Hasan, guys. He literally sees several women speak out about it, and he's no doubt seen the video evidence of it happening online as well, and is like, nah, actually, I like the terrorist. I mean, they call me Hamas Piker for a reason, baby. SA is completely fine as long as it happens to people I disagree with politically.
And this is the thing I don't understand, how he has so many such a large female audience. How can anyone sit there and defend the content creator defending SAs? Like, and the grape thing. How can honestly, how can any woman feel like this is fine after seeing so many women dead, and also come out with these kind of scenarios? Say this. Like, I feel like this gives you a big ball in your belly and you just feel disgusted about it. So I don't know. I find it really disgusting also, honestly, to see all the men and women out there defending this. Like, it is crazy. These things deletes people. Like, this is horrible for the mental health for someone for the rest of their life. This is a horrifying experience that they can never go away from. And have a bunch of girls, women, men, and boys sit there and defend these scenarios is revolting. The fact that this can keep on going on the platform too just says a lot about the moderation there. I think there are women willing to visit murderers, so if they're hot enough, I'm gonna be real, looks means a lot. It does. Well, for women and men, you can get away with everything as long as you're hot. Rich and hot, the combination defeats every purpose. You can be as insane as possible and people will go wild for you. And that's just the world we're in. That's just how it is.
Actually, not even disagree.
Wait,
Ethan actually agrees with like 95% of what Hasan thinks here. So Ethan literally supports Palestine. So this is how Hasan treats you when he disagrees with you.
Pretty privileged, yeah. I wouldn't even call myself like good looking, but bro, the amount of time I've gotten things for free and for sale, like imagine that. Dude, if you are like in the looks of a 10 or a 9, can you imagine how much you get for free, how many actions you get away with, how much bullshit you don't have to deal with? Dude, it's nuts because people look on the other side whenever you seem approachable, whenever you see kind and nice. You know, if you look like a crackhead and you look awful, people will try to stay away from you. But if you look good, if you seem well groomed, you seem nice, people will get closer to you. It's completely different.
Like 1%. Anyways,
Kanye
then Hasan
West
tries to guilt trip Ethan, saying that you ruined iDubbbz's Creator Clash 3 and charity event, and we made whole videos on that. Obviously, it
I
was
mean,
not
good looking
Ethan's
is
fault.
troublesome. That's probably a
His
good way to
entire
look at
Creator
it.
Clash is in ruin. The event is going to be fucking absolutely canceled. He's probably not even able to reimburse most of the fighters for the time they trained. How is that not a train wreck?
Ethan,
I'm just saying.
I am not iDubbbz. I don't care about your petty
Ah.
vendetta against iDubbbz. Play the
You are- video.
clip.
How
Yeah.
I see Israel. Because
You're
you
in
don't
the
see
video.
that. When you listen to Hasan and you hear all these fucking
Yes, you ruined a charity event. I hope you're proud.
Here's the facts. Ethan did not ruin anything. You and your friend group ruined this charity event because you were so extremist and
pot
so
of greed,
unlikable
bro.
that the general public, after seeing this drama online, decided not to support this event and use their time and money elsewhere. It's not Ethan's fault that people realized what a massive scumbag you guys actually are. And if iDubbbz didn't release the content comp and start this whole thing, the event would probably be fine. And honestly, you guys don't have a good track record. I don't imagine it would earn anything anyways because the last one lost $250,000. Now Hasan tries to defend that time when he said he has...
Wasn't there a Twitch stuff found the simp of Hasan during the stream? Oh my god, I forgot about it. I don't know if he's talking about it. He is. He is. We will wait. He is. W video. W video, he is. He's gonna talk about it. Pot of Greed has me dead as fuck. Bro, I saw her for the first time. I thought Pot of Greed. Alright, that's it. Gluttony is a sin for a reason. Alright?
no problem with a terrorist group.
Don't you think saying you have no issue with Hezbollah makes people...
I swear to God, I'm not that religious. But the more I get older, because I've been a Muslim, I've been a Christian, I've gone into Buddhism, I looked into that. I'm not really religious, but the more I get older, the more I look at Christianity and be like, damn, that's the shit. That looks awesome. Like every Christian family I know, every Christian I know, they're so kind, they're so chill. And the same goes with Muslim families as well. Like actually, most religious families are so nice in many ways. That's what I love about the idea of like religion, is that I'm not trying to make you religious, say that everybody should think about this, but like I find it very, whenever you think about religion, I think about values a lot, and I see that the religion has a lot of values that humans definitely are losing nowadays. Yeah.
Think you're
Ali
pro-terrorist?
Lord, I'm not religious now.
I don't care that people think this. It's ridiculous.
So are people valid for thinking you're pro-terrorist?
Do you believe the state? Do you believe the State Department's
Answer.
designation for
Whoa.
terrorism is
Question.
valid?
Is it reasonable for people to think that you are pro-terrorist when you say I have no problem with Hezbollah?
Do you believe the State Department's designation for terrorism is valid?
You answer my question, and I'll answer yours. Are people valid?
Ethan,
and considering
you rely heavily on your
answer?
audience not really.
Why is he not answering the question?
The
Answer my
terms that
question.
you are using.
Let it be
okay?
noted you are dodging.
When you say the face
oh my God,
to
bro,
talk
you're
about
doing it
these
again.
issues,
Hasan, actually answer a question challenge. 100% impossible. This absolute idiot
Yeah, right?
cannot answer a single
They are.
question. This is the most pointless debate, man. Hasan, when confronted on his lies and extremism, just talks about some random other shit, talks over Ethan, refuses to answer the question.
I'm saying your community
Bro,
is
Reddit-
responsible for this participating in this harassment campaign. Why did you criticize XQC for not moderating his chat when you
Okay,
called
how
him?
you doing, man?
Why
I can't believe you
did
would,
you
I can't
criticize
believe you would bring this up. Here,
XQC
let me tell
for
you,
not
okay?
moderating his chat?
My argument with you in that conversation
I think
where
that
I said
Hasan
there's
absolutely
Baldy.
there's
weaponizes
not
his
anything
community.
I can do.
He does it
was
all the time when he
literally
tweets
because of the way
negatively
you
at
were
people
presenting
while
yourself.
he's on
In the
stream.
conversation,
Hasan's chat is like the most toxic place in the universe. You could like make out.
That's because you say anything against their ideology or their ideas, or even Hasan in any ways. You even remotely say anything like small, and it doesn't even need to look bad. You get banned. You're removed. You're banned instantly. Like, They have formed this in a specific way to be that specific way.
With a venomous snake, and you'd still have less poison than spending a second in that chat. And I feel like he absolutely enables all of the harassment. His insane psychotic community of unemployed losers will do absolutely anything to ruin people's lives that is against Hasan. Now Ethan talks about Bad Empanada, the guy who threatened to kill Ethan's wife in a video game.
What the fuck?
Who's like you.
So you do have a problem. You do have a problem with
Matt Lieb specifically.
Jews
Yes.
that you don't like, and you are quick
I have
to
a
call
problem
them
with Matt
capos.
Lieb, who's platforming Bad Empanada. Yes, clearly. Is there you don't like Bad Empanada? You understand? A year ago, you were talking about how crazy he was.
But I'm not.
But suddenly, when he
Here's the
starts talking
difference.
about me,
Here's the
he's your
difference,
best friend.
Ethan.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think Bad Empanada is insane. But you know what? I also
And all of a
always
sudden,
say?
you love his videos. Why is that?
Hi, Mysterian.
Bad
Good, man.
Empanada-
How
Why do you
doing?
love his
I've maintained
videos
this
suddenly?
position. I've
Before
maintained
you
this
pledged never to
position.
watch his videos on stream. Why do you love them now?
Oh, because he did not want me reacting to his videos.
That is
Initially,
insane, pathetic,
no,
bold-faced
that's
lie.
what it is. No, he said
You literally told. Oh my god,
I
dude.
have. YouTube essays, especially when it's issue specific, are actually very instructive.
Then why are you watching
very
ones called
informative.
Ethan Klein as a Zionist baby killer? Why are you watching that one? Is that part of his master body of collection? Is that part of the Criterion collection there, buddy?
Once again, Hasan just avoiding all accountability. Like, I watch his videos on stream, I endorse everything he says and does, but actually, guys, he's kind of insane, and I actually don't support him. But I will also promote him if he's shitting on Ethan. Like, how bad faith can you be?
Why does Bad... Okay, it is good. Why does Bad Empanada role play hunting Hila and killing her in video games?
Have I ever said that I think that's appropriate?
I think... No, of course not. But what you are doing is endorsing this guy.
The content that I'm consuming from a guy who I do think is doing well-sourced, well-researched YouTube essays, who also happens to be a fucking freak.
Yeah, guys, it just happens that the absolute freak side.
It's not even a discussion. It's one-sided yapping session. Bro, they're just like... No, they're not discussing because they're not here to change each other's mind. They're not here to have their mind changed. They are set for their goals and they're going to sit there and scream at each other because loud means I'm right. And that's what I feel like when you see Hasan just screaming, just wah, wah, wah.
Psychopath is on my side, so I will actually...
Also, again, if you have a guy sitting there pretending to murder someone else's wife repeatedly and he's constantly doing this, and he clearly has like some obsessive idea about this man, if you're like watching his video, you're kind of supporting him. Like, I feel like if somebody's that crazy, I probably don't want to consume anything related to that man or them.
Modem, guys. So Hasan here essentially just admits that he will support anyone that is against Ethan and that is with his politics. It doesn't matter if they're terrorists. It doesn't matter if it's people calling CPS on his kids. It doesn't matter if it's the worst human scum like Bad Empanada. As long as Hasan can profit, he will use it and promote it. Actual disgusting clown, but it only gets worse. Hasan makes one of the most insane comparisons you will ever see.
Ooh.
He compares a Houthi terrorist pirate to Anne Frank.
Yeah, I saw this and I just left. I thought this was crazy. To Anne Frank, a terror. Oh my god, bro.
You still agree that he's just like Anne Frank?
Did you not hear what I asked you?
I'm just summarizing.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Anne Frank died before she could resist. But if she did, I would never hold that against her.
Killed in a concentration camp, you
Bro, it's a fucking little girl.
Exactly. But if she
was exterminated with her whole
And
family.
what is he assume that Anne Frank, this little girl, is gonna take out an AK-47 and start shooting down the Germans? Also, wouldn't that like go against what Anne Frank is also trying to do? Like, she was not like a freedom fighter or resistors or something like that. She was I mean, it's been so long since I read about Anne Frank, but like I remember didn't she try to see some good in the Germans too?
Her dad's the only one that survived and recovered her journal. Are you f***ing mad?
Either, Ethan, right? Would you hold that against her? Would you hold that against
I wouldn't
Anne
hold
Frank
it against her, but she wouldn't be the same historical like figure that said, despite my family being killed in concentration camp and everyone being murdered, I'm still a pacifist that sees the good in people. What the f is what's so confusing about that?
That was right. No, I haven't read about Anne Frank since I was like 11. Like, it's been so long. Dude, that is so long ago.
Not kill Zionists, not nuke Israel, not a pike through Zionist assholes.
I can't believe we're once again discussing the posts of a dude in Yemen.
She wrote about how she forgives the Nazis and still was adamant on being a pacifist and still saw the good in the people despite the horror she saw. Exactly. How can you compare this little girl that is living in fear, a child, having her family murdered, sitting there in that little loft or little bunker, like little place for so long, it's worried. And you compare her that she even saw the good in the people murdered, like trying to kill her, to a fucking terrorist that rapes, murders, abducts, and like steal. Dude, this is nuts. This is extremist views. This is like extreme extremist views.
19 years old.
Yes, just a guy from Yemen, guys. A guy who bombs ships and kidnaps people that are unrelated to the war. Just a guy, guys. You know, Luffy from One Piece that threatens to impale people on Twitter, says death to all J, death to America. You know, just definitely a guy that's not a terrorist, guys.
That's a nice sweater.
He's actually in Frank. Give this guy the Nobel Peace Prize. Actually, he's resisting against the oppressive force. Don't you understand? Now, this next part is absolute gold. Ethan basically just confronts Hasan on his claim that Hila should have just gone to prison instead of enlisting in the army in mandatory service.
Hasan,
I've always said this before. I said this ages ago, actually. I remember I said this. I've said this. I said it to Zach. I've said it to a lot of people in general. I said it in some streams and shit like that. But like every time I see like this guy, first of all, this guy is a socialist that is constantly buying luxury goods and living in a country with a lot of wealth, paying a fuck ton of taxes all the time while he's constantly going against Israel. And I think what Israel is doing, like, yeah, it's really bad. And like I understand also why they're doing, because like there was like because of the problem with Palestinian also terrorists attacking them. There's no good in this. There's point B is there's no good between each of them. There's all of this is horrible in the end of the day. But point B is that Israel is America. This is just a concrete fact. Israel is America. Israel is funded by America. Israel is funded by the West in many ways. And you're sitting there with a country that 100% supports Israel. And you're in that country. You're paying taxes. Why don't you leave? Like, if you really are against this so much, you should leave.
you say that Hila could have gone to jail and done a conscientious objection instead of joining the army. Why do you pay taxes?
What?
Why do you pay taxes to the United States government?
This is your big argument, Ethan?
Answer the question.
That I pay taxes and I'm morally culpable? I know. That's why I try to
why don't
fight
you go to
against this
jail?
goddamn government doing
why
this
don't you
shit
stand
every
up for
day.
your why don't you stand up for your principles and go to jail for it?
Because it would not actually stop, okay? It would not actually stop.
Yeah, kind of like Hila refusing to do mandatory service at age 18 and not going to jail for it will not change anything about what the IDF does. You absolutely...
Also, you also have this on your portfolio when you apply a job in Israel. She didn't know she's going to like move out of Israel when she's 18. The fuck you going to know that? But the thing is that you, first of all, you go to jail. And second of all, you can't get a job if you haven't gone through mandatory service in Israel. You can't get a job. And like being in the military does not mean you go out there and you're like a fucking badass individual shooting people and doing all this crazy shit. A lot of military service is literally work out and sit at an office. Sit at a bunker for a year or two. Majority of it actually is just sitting in an office doing nothing. So, like, it might sound like you're doing something crazy, but most of them are just doing nothing.
Freaking moron. So let me get this straight. Hasan wants other people to go to jail to fight for some cause, but he won't actually do it himself, you know? So obviously Hasan hates America.
The same thing with the socialist bullshit. and only buying luxury items, man. It's really weird. He's a weird guy.
Hates that they're funding this war and stuff, but he still pays taxes. Fight for what you believe in, Hasan. What the hell? If you're really noble, you'll stop paying taxes and actually go to jail. Oh wait, it's actually not that easy, you absolute flippin' bobblehead. Now finally, Hasan realizes that he's completely lost the debate, and he does the classic Hasan tactic: screams and calls the other person racist.
Nice.
Hasan crashes out and does his classic bit: "You freaking racist piece of shit."
And that's when you know you're talking to someone disingenuous that is not trying to get anywhere, that has zero argument or anything that they can go against you, because they are in the wrong. They know they are in the wrong. That's why they're screaming at you like a 5-year-old toddler and going crazy. Racist card, Nazi card, blah, blah, blah. Anyone that uses racist or Nazi or anything like that, you have the mindset of a 3 or 4-year-old. You don't know what racism is. You don't even know. You have not been educated well enough during history to know what Nazis are or what they did. You got to go back to school. You're a grown adult screaming like a 4-year-old. I could probably have a better conversation with a 9-year-old than you. Like, it's wild.
We did not leave Iraq because we were Zionists. We left because we were no
Nazis are not Palestinian. You fucking moron. You racist piece of shit.
What?
Because Iraq and the pan-Arab nationalist movements that arise out of
you are out of your mind
is not about Palestinians.
Okay, so what did the Jews in Iraq have to do with Israel? You bigot. You are so out of your mind.
What the fuck,
oh my
bro?
god, dude, this is wonderful. Like, I love this. I love seeing Hasan just lose his mind. I've never seen someone melt down this much. The second he realized that Ethan completely destroyed him, you know, everybody is against him, everybody's realizing he's being exposed as a fraud, he's like, Ethan, you racist piece of I mean, it is just sad, man. Grown man in your 30s behaving like this. Yikes. Now, this next part, Ethan makes a very good point. He says you need to be empathetic towards all human beings. If you dehumanize people, you end up being extremists like Hasan.
That he would laugh at you.
Failure
Do you not understand?
to acknowledge the trauma of both groups is the reason why you are a radical fucking propagandist liar. Both trauma needs to be acknowledged by both groups. There's two things that need to be true for this ever to be resolved peacefully.
You're right.
Palestinian self-determination and Israelis' right to have secure borders.
Zionism
as long as you ignore that, there will always be war. Palestinians will always die, and you will continue to make money from it.
Yep, that's basically what I...
That is the realest shit. I didn't even know you said this. That is the realest shit ever. Maybe, I'm gonna be real. I think the only reason a lot of these people are talking about this shit is because they're making money on it. Like, they don't really believe in what they stand for. Like, because their action shows that they don't believe in it. They are just sitting here trying to make money. So the more this war goes on, they'll probably still have content to talk about. Dude should visit Auschwitz, the museum, and try to be annoying. He would get yeeted by a Polish ASAP. That they take this topic very seriously. Most of Europe take this topic very seriously because it's all most of our history, right? In a way, and I mean Poland definitely Poland. Hey, if you go to Auschwitz in Poland, there's a kebab stand outside. You can try out their kebab. Nice. I've seen a lot of videos of that kebab stands. They sell like a really small kebabs though. But yeah, yeet is under a statement. Yeah, I think people take this very seriously. Like, you go to Germany and you do a Sieg Heil. How do you think Germans are gonna act when they see you do that? They're gonna think you're a fucking moron. Probably gonna knock you away. Like, obviously, hello? Wait, really? Wait, really? Yeah, there is one. I've seen so many TikTok of it. Holy shit. Political debate, by the way, yeah. And if I ever become this stupid, please shoot me. I think that being 30 years old and having a tantrum like this is it says a lot. You've not grown enough. You're not realizing it. Like, I can understand if you're like 60 years old or you're like a 15-year-old kid, or like a 30-year-old man. You know, have a like calm down a little bit, bro.
I've been saying this entire time. Hasan and his friend group do not care about the Palestinian cause or the war at all. They just want to extract more money from their viewers. If you're a Hasan viewer watching this, he is absolutely playing you like a fiddle. And I hope to God one day you will actually see it. This guy sits in his $3 million mansion pretending to care about all these causes. Meanwhile, he buys a Porsche while you remain broke and angry.
And only wear luxury items, by the way. Designer items. By the way.
And he weaponizes you. He uses your anger, uses you as an attack vehicle to do horrific things. It's just sad, man. I feel like you should not be manipulated, you know?
Always remember, Hasan, that when people criticize me, I watched it on my stream by myself live, unlike a made coward like yourself who needs someone to hold your hand, make all the excuses in the world to avoid any single criticism, any response. You, my friend, are a coward, and I am the fucking legend that responded to it live with zero hesitation. But you know why? Because I'm not a liar. I don't have to think about the shit that I say and justify it. You lie. That's why you can't do it, because you'll get caught in those lies.
This was the worst day in Hasan's life.
Damn.
I don't think he ever expected to get this absolutely destroyed. I don't think he'll ever debate anyone ever again. And now I kind of see why he was so desperate and coming up with any excuse to avoid this debate. Now, somebody also caught that Twitch staff was simping.
This is exactly what I was looking for. Look at this. A Twitch staff during this debate was sitting there in Hasan's chat, agreeing with him. This guy, man, what are we doing here? Oh shit, even less than 2 seconds of playtime. This is transformative. A good damn, you good damn fool. Excuse me, Lamau, what? Enjoyed the 2 seconds of the clip we got to see. Why he bring up KFC? What? Ethan is one. What? Ethan is so... Is this fucking disingenuous? How long has this been going on? And as you can see, they are shambles. They are a Twitch staff. They have the mark of a Twitch staff. Oh my god.
In Hasan's chat during the debate, like, Ethan is being so freaking disingenuous. How long has this been going on now? Hey, Tectone, maybe this guy banned you. Could be. And this just shows how biased Twitch actually is. Now, as for who won the debate, Asmongold's chat is saying Ethan, and I'm pretty much the...
What the fuck? Did Baldi finally allow fucking mods to use a poll?
Ethan, and I'm pretty much the entire internet is saying Ethan, unless you're a radical Hasan viewer, obviously.
But I think that overall, I think Ethan did come out on top with this debate, and I think that he did look better. And I think that especially with like a lot of the clips and the things that Hasan ended up saying, like, for example, I mean, Hasan basically said that it's acceptable and okay to target innocent civilian ships and then take those civilians hostage, and it's a means of negotiation or some type of pressure. Now, in my opinion, I mean, you're basically endorsing a terrorist organization at that point. I mean, this is terrorism. I mean, if you look at the definition of it, that is terrorism.
Diablo 4 season, Blade Flamestalker Barbarian? Holy shit, D4 back!
And so I don't know what's going to happen with that. Should Hasan be banned for that? I think that if you make a liberal reading of the TOS, it's undeniable that that would be the case.
I mean, let's be honest, Hasan is never getting any actual consequences on Twitch. The only thing he will be getting is a hand job from the Twitch moderators.
Yeah.
Like, anybody who watched that debate and thought that Hasan didn't look like a moron and didn't look bad, you've been completely ideologically captured. Well, I've never seen somebody play more defense for rape in my life. Never in my life. It was impressive.
Isn't Hasan supposed to be on the believe all women side? Like, what happened to that? Anyways, after this, Hasan reacts to the aftermath and everyone thinking he lost the debate, and he just melts down.
But 100% Ethan was more grounded and you were rambling. 26-month subscriber. Bro, this is literally the profile of a type of person that is the Ethan Klein head. So
you have a 26-month subscriber and that's what you said?
In the upcoming days, you will see an endless sea of brigaders who are like, Ethan was so calm and kept his composure the entire time.
If this is the thing, is when your ego goes too beyond. If I had a sub for like 26 years, not 26 months. If I had like a sub for that long and they were active chatters and stuff like that, if they're insulting me, that's a different case. Okay, if they're like attacking me, that's completely different. But if they are coming here and giving grounds argument of like something here and there, like I feel like you should take that information and not get too emotional about it, because they're actually a community member for a long time.
And my Twitch chat will absolutely be brigaded
You fucking
to oblivion with people going, he was so intelligent. You got owned, little bro.
That's right. Everyone who thinks I lost the debate, they're all brigaders. They're all haters. They're just these random hateful people. Whatever helps you sleep at night, man. Anyways, here's XQC's reaction.
But let's be real. What is he gonna say? What is he gonna say? He can't say anything, bro. He can't. He's sitting there supporting all of this crazy bullshit. What the fuck is he gonna say? That Ethan is right, that he is wrong? Of course he can't say that, because that's gonna ruin their whole narrative.
Hasan's chat is a absolute one-sided war zone. The shit that people type in that mother sucker's box is awful. Almost everything that people are very strong about, opinions about, if you were to reverse the roles on any of these topics, if they would be permabanned, not in his chat, on the platform. You reverse these takes, you replace the, let's say it's Jewish or whatever the with another component, any other component, they would get banned off the platform legitimately.
Hasan, I think, got massively exposed. No offense to Ethan, but this is a guy who does a comedy podcast for whatever versus Hasan, who does politics for 12 hours a day.
And he just gets destroyed by Ethan on
he should
political
be
knowledge.
able to run circles. He should have like 3 facts for every single random thing. Hasan didn't know anything.
Now click this video or you have to go on a date with Frogan.
Oh,
and
no.
actually, they've ran out of food at the restaurant.
Oh,
You're on the menu,
no.
pal. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Nah, I don't know, man. I feel worried about the platform. Like, I don't really give it. I think it's disgusting what Hasan is saying. It really is. But the fact the platform is supporting him, I'm worried about this platform's future. Like, I'll be real. And the more we go, man, I feel like, dude, if you don't know this, but YouTube and TikTok has had more audiences on their platform when it comes to live streaming than Twitch recently. First year. Like in this year, this is the first, all of these months, the first time this is happening. This is nuts. And I mean, you can see why. You see why this is happening, why people are spreading away, going away from this, because no other platform supports this. This is insane. Holy. I don't know where this is going to lead up, but yeah, this topic is fucking nuts. I'm going to be real.